Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Lightning Gaming. In this video I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to do to be able to remove your bracelet in Conan Exiles Age of Heroes. Now if you are new to the channel, please remember to like and subscribe, but with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so your very first stop will be right over here at Galaman's tomb, right over here on the map. And once you get inside of this cave, there's gonna be a few small crocodiles that you are gonna need to fight. But the main reason you are here is for the main boss at the end, which will be a big crocodile. So this is the small ones, like you can see, very weak enemies. You're just gonna go take them out and just proceed to the end of the cave. And once you get to the end, there's gonna be a few more small crocodiles. But the main reason you are here is for this big one, which will be a one skull mini boss. So we're gonna go take him out. Also very low amount of hit points, shouldn't be hard to take this guy out. And then you're just gonna need a harvesting tool, either a pick, a pickaxe or a skinning knife, and you want to harvest the body. And like you can see, we just got a jagged scourgestone piece, which is the exact reason we are here. Now your next stop is gonna be right over here on the map at the passage. And once you get here, it's gonna be another cave. So this cave is also very straightforward, just like the previous one I showed you. You basically just want to make your way all the way to the end, where there's gonna be another weaker boss you are gonna need to fight. There are also gonna be a few spiders in this cave, but all of them very weak as well. Now this is the boss you are gonna fight. Once again, a one skull boss. So nothing too bad. So let's just take this guy out quickly. Just be mindful that if he uses that blow attack, like you can see guys, it actually does a lot of damage. But after you kill it, you simply want to harvest it again. Okay, let's harvest the body, and if I go into my inventory, you will see that the next piece that I got will be the broken scourgestone piece. So we have two scourgestone pieces so far. Now for the next and final one, you are gonna need to head over to the Buccaneer Bay, right over there on the map. And once you get here, you basically just want to follow the pathway leading up all the way to the top, which is where the captain's quarter will be. Once again, there's gonna be a few enemies that you are gonna need to take out, but as long as you have some good gear, it should be no problem at all. So you're just gonna go and you are gonna follow all this until you get to the very top. Go through the sub as well. More enemies over here, so yeah, if you can bring a thrall, it's gonna make it much faster. Or you can just bring good gear, like you can see, I'm basically just two-tapping them. And once you reach the very top, you're gonna see this named fighter standing right over here with the two knives. So we're just gonna go and we're gonna take him out quickly. Once again, very low amount of hit points, shouldn't be any problem taking this guy out. And there we go, we've got our final scourgestone pieces. It's gonna be the shattered scourgestone pieces. Okay, so now for the next location. Next up, you are gonna need to go over to the Sandsweep Ruins, right over here on the map. And once you get over here, there's really not gonna be that much enemies. There's only gonna be two enemies guarding the main door, but once you get past them, you can basically just follow the pathway again. I'm just gonna show you until I reach this NPC. I do have a torch, so let's use it so that you can see better. But you are just gonna follow this pathway all the way to the end again. And this time there won't be any boss to kill. You are simply gonna come over to this NPC, standing right there at the back. I'm gonna reach him any second now. Okay, there we go. Like you can see him, he's right over there. And once you get here, you are basically gonna trade the scourgestone pieces. So you are just gonna press there. Okay, there we go. And once you did that, you are gonna get this piece, Heart of the Sands. Okay, so once you have all of that done, the next location you are gonna go to is the Palace of the Witch Queen. Now I did notice a lot of newer players don't even know about this, but this is also a very small dungeon. And once you get here, you basically just want to make your way into this door. And the reason why you are here is to kill the Witch Queen, so we're just gonna go into this door to get the dungeon started. And once inside, just like the previous locations I showed you, this one is also very straightforward. You're just gonna follow the pathway. And first there's gonna be those two giant statues that you are gonna need to fight. Once again, super easy. I actually did a video where I showed you that it's possible to just do this with stone daggers. Now there are also gonna be those laser lights that's gonna spawn. If they hit you, it's not the end of the world. You won't die, you will only receive a little bit of damage. As for these giant statues, like you can see guys, they will go down super fast. And if they get killed, they will just basically stand there like statues. Like you can see, this one is dead over here. And this was the lasers I was talking about. Now I will show you what's gonna happen if one of those lasers hits you. Okay, so let's just do it right now. There we go. It's just gonna knock you over, and like you can see, it almost did no damage at all. So first up, you are just gonna dodge these lasers, and then you are gonna kill the second statue as well. And after you kill the second statue, there's gonna be a few more of the lasers, but eventually the Witch Queen will calm down and fight you. So we're just gonna go take her out quickly. And basically you just want to grab this Witch Queen mask. It's this one right over here. So we're gonna go and grab that, then we can head over to the next location. Now the next location you are gonna go to will be the arena right over here on the map. And once you get here, you basically can just run until you reach the undead dragon, the skeleton dragon. So I just went in through this way. There's a second entrance as well. But if you want to go in this way, you can just run past all the enemies. You don't need to fight any of them. Just keep following the path and it's gonna take you straight to the skeleton dragon. Now this one will be a little bit tougher than the previous bosses you had to fight. It is gonna be a free skull boss. Okay, so here we go. I don't know where my thrall went, but for now I'll just fight it alone. Okay, here we go. So once again you are just gonna go, you're gonna kill this boss. And once you kill him, you are once again just gonna harvest him. Okay, he's gonna go down any second now. Let's just take him out quickly. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now that he's down, you're just gonna grab your pick or pickaxe or whatever and you're gonna harvest him. And this time what you are after is first the demon blood, and then also you want this thing right over here. It's gonna be the star of the champion, so make sure you keep that one. Okay, so now for the next location you are gonna go right next to the Mounds of the Dead to the Barrow King, right over here on the map. And this is the reason why you needed a demon blood as well, because you are gonna need a demon blood to be able to open this cave. So we just gotta go to this door, use a little bit of demon blood and it's gonna go open. And now you are just gonna proceed with this cave until you reach this boss over here. Now they did fix this boss after the latest update. He used to be barehanded, hitting you with the fist, but he actually have a weapon now. But even with the weapon he's still very weak and you should be able to take him down without any problems. And once he goes down, you basically just want to access his inventory. Okay, there he goes. You're gonna go into his inventory. You're gonna grab this thing. It almost looks like a crown. So you are gonna go and get that. Put this into your inventory as well, because that's the next thing you are gonna need. Okay, so now that you have that, you can go to the next location, which will be right over here on the map at the Black Keep. Now, I did do a separate guide about the Black Keep. This is actually quite a long dungeon, so I'm just gonna skip to the end and show you the main boss that you are gonna need to kill for the next piece. Alright, so once you reach the end of the dungeon, this is gonna be the main boss. Now this one will also be a little bit tougher, but still it should be pretty easy, especially if you have a decent thrall. So we're just gonna go take this guy down. And once he goes down, you once again wanna go and harvest his body, and you are gonna get this item right over here. It's gonna be the tears. So we're just gonna grab that, we're gonna place it there. So that's our next item. Okay, so once you got all of that, next step, you are gonna need to go over to the Well of Skelos. Now, once you reach the Well of Skelos, just like the previous dungeon, you basically just want to make your way all the way to the end. For those of you that doesn't know, this is the Well of Skelos, and to enter it, you basically just need to jump down. So we're just gonna jump into it. And that should spawn you inside the Well of Skelos. Okay, so once you spawned in, you are just gonna follow the pathway again. There's gonna be quite a few enemies in here. You also need to mind your step, because there will be locations where you can fall into the lava and die. So you're just gonna proceed with this until you reach the boss at the end, which will be this guy right over here. Now the thing is, you don't even need to fight this boss. You are just gonna fight this minions he's spawning in. It almost look like ghosts, but they are super hit. Most of the time they will only take 1 or 2 hits. So you are just gonna keep killing them. There's gonna be a few waves spawning in. And after you killed a few of these waves of ghosts spawning in, you will eventually stand up from his chair. Now you don't even need to fight this guy, because as soon as he gets up, he's just gonna die automatically. And you can go into his inventory and grab this purple thing right over here, which will also be the last thing you are gonna need. Okay, so now that we have all of the stuff that is required, you are gonna go to this location right over here on the map, to Chaos Mouth. Now once you get here, you are gonna have to climb a little bit, because the location you wanna reach is right up there on that bridge looking thing right over there. So we're just gonna go start and climb up here. I'm just gonna run over there. You're just gonna climb all the way up to the bridge. And once you reach the top, you are gonna look for that thing at the end. So we are gonna run all the way over there. Just gonna keep going. And this is where you are gonna take off your bracelet. So to be able to do that, you are just gonna enter this inventory over here at the altar. And once you entered it, you are gonna place all of the items that you just got in there. So we're just gonna go, place it all in there. Okay, and then that should give you this thing. Right over here, the keystone. So you're gonna put this in your inventory and just use it. And once you do, it's gonna give you the option to remove bracelet. Keep in mind, if you are playing on single player, all your progress will be lost, because this will actually end the game. Now I am not entirely sure what happens on multiplayer servers if you do that. Hopefully you don't lose your entire base. But once you did that, you will see your character walking out of the green wall, leaving your trusted thrall behind. He's gonna stay here, he's not coming with you for some reason, I don't know why. But after leaving your thrall behind, you will also lose all your building pieces or everything on the server. The game will actually reset and you are ready to start all over again. But that's about it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. If you are new to the channel, please remember to like and subscribe. But until next time guys, cheers, see ya.